Alright. Hopefully. Hopefully. My hair is getting in my hopefully eyes. Hopefully. You gonna go live? Live, there it is. We made it, chat. We made it. Didn't make it the first time, but we made it this time. Didn't make it the first time. Alright, welcome everyone. Hello. Let me check some settings now that I know we're live. I always have to wait to see if it actually catches up. Welcome, Farsil. Welcome. Welcome back to Age of Mythology Retold. Where today we finally can get a little bit of stuff done and hopefully no more weird glitches so we don't have to restart. I am going to be I made a note after what happened last episode with that weird Trojan horse glitch. We're going to be making saves. There's going to be one that's going to be at the beginning what I call the basic establishment save, which is when I get a basic setup where there's at least 2 to 3 civilians on each resource. There'll be a save for that, and then we'll have a major save once the army is at where it is at, or whatever objective is basically halfway done. That way we have different segments to go back to, so we don't have to start completely over in a weird bug issue. So, just playing War Thunder battle rating 6.7. Ah, nice. Speaking of war games, not war games, the studio, as in type of game. Speaking of those, Warhammer got its major update. Kislev is being changed. They are awakening. Also, I have a feeling I know what they're gonna do. Finally, some motion in the Total War universe. It felt like things have been kind of just, what's happening? But, yes. And there's some other things that have been changed and some things they're working on. Of course, the AI itself. I haven't got to see it yet. I'm waiting for Radios to update because somehow Radios did not update. Other things did. Mixer did. And of course, some of the more other active mods that are currently still changing things for their mods. I'm hoping Radios won't be too far behind. Because I really want to try this change out with Kislev. Because now they are, and I want y'all to hear this out loud. Kislev is now. Oh wait, let me read what Farseer said first. I saw 2 Tigers got their asses handed to them by a T. Oh yeah, the T-26E5 is a scary creature. Tigers are always going to be kind of bad at the rank they keep getting put at, but then they're somewhat too overpowered if they go too low either. It's a terrible double-edged sword with the way War Thunder works, but always going to be that way, I guess. Technically, luckily, I'm beyond that point when it comes to my Germans. I never have to worry about that ever again. As a German player, if I ever go back. I'm not at a great point now with the Germans either, because I'm in another one of those zones with the Germans where you end up having, like, hardly any vehicles to do anything with. So, but one thing I want to say, back to Kislev before we get started and focus on Age of Mythology. Yeah, their new mechanic now has, instead of it being a war of faith, it's a balance of faith. So now you don't just fight against the Orthodoxy or the Orthodoxy against the Ice Court. They have to work in tandem. You actually will get negatives whether you're playing as Orthodoxy or the Ice Court if you do too much in one direction or the other. But here's something else that's interesting. They have made them pure faith, purity, cleansing. Chaos does not affect us. We are protected by the great powers of. Does this sound familiar? So I'm like, uh-huh. And I'm like, and there's rumors that Kislev's gonna get a bunch of new units. Plus, Mother of Stonkia got a massive change, where she's now like Gelt. She's now the wandering Gelt lady, or old Gelt woman. She is now able to return back to Kislev and take over Prague, and add a third Kislev to the Empire's plate of BS. Along with everything else. Let's see, side note, Age of Wonders 4 introduces crystals as... Oh, no. I've heard... Oh, no. James, no, you cannot have that. It's not allowed. Also, welcome. I still question why the M26 is 6.7. The same BR as the Super Pershing, T34, T29, T26, E5. Like, what's the point of picking an M26? When you can't get the other ones, I think you have to research one of them to get one of them. I don't remember. I remember I had to get an M26 even though I didn't use it. But that was ages ago, so I don't remember the reason though. Been a long time since the days of cannons and tanks. I never really got into the planes. It would take me forever to get the jets, and at least they're starting to make jets better from what I've seen in their new update for War Thunder. I'll give War Thunder this. Even though I still think they never should charge what they charge for their vehicles, for their premium. That update on the engine and what it looked like you can do with the fighters now, it looks like you can actually dodge missiles if you're a good pilot now. And I'm like, this should have already been a thing if you knew you were going to do modern jet fighting. Considering the situation that happens in a lot of, even Ace Combat has a problem with this, of the battles lasting maybe 2 minutes. The longest part of the battle is everyone flying at each other. Then about maybe 30 seconds of death. With one plane living at the end, if lucky. Or jet, sorry. But yeah. Sorry, bruh. Well, it must have been something I wanted from the M26 that was better at that time. I never used it. I don't think it... Anyone I see in an M26, I consider that a free kill. It's really messed up, but an M26 is actually pretty bad. Especially since people don't play it like you're supposed to anyways. Because that thing's supposed to be only an ambusher. Meaning it does not aggress anything that's not already being shot at. Stupid otherwise. You're gonna die if you don't. Because you have to wait till they're distracted by something scarier. And then you just help kill it. You just help kill that thing. Because otherwise, it's just going to look at you and go, piece of candy. Boop. Yo, Tam King, welcome, welcome. T26E5 is far superior Pershing from the experience. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that thing is scary. Every time I see that stupid thing, I'm like, oh, God, no. I'm like, if this is a good pilot, this is going to be a nightmare. Although a lot of American tanks later on in their years were kind of like that anyways. Like, good pilots with them because the way we built our armor is... But anyways, let's get into the war, brain. The war. By the way, PS Plus games were announced. Huh? Okay. Ooh, that's the DVD Texas Chainsaw game, right? That'd be an interesting game. Also, you said RoboCop. I'm definitely going to play that. We might do that on the channel because it's a really short game. That's kind of why I didn't buy it. Even though it's a good game, I want to say this. From what I saw, it actually is a pretty cool and really good, fun game to play as kind of playing RoboCop, but it's very short. So I had so many other purchases I had to do that I just couldn't warrant it at the time. But I'll definitely do that. I got my Game Pass back. Nice. Mine never went away. I have that. I have PlayStation. Even though I'm hoping with a certain thing on the horizon, certain things are going to be changing soon, but we'll see. But yeah, so I've got Game Pass. I've got my premium. And stuff like that. But yeah, Game Pass is pretty good. My only issue with Game Pass, I have to use my DSX to play any of the games because my Steam recognition doesn't work on that, which makes sense. But some things it works on, which is weird. I found out with what do you call it, Magic. But here's the weird thing: it's technically not reading it as a keyboard bind. I found out it's reading it as a controller. So this means that Magic the Gathering Arena has controller support technically. And that kind of baffled me because my brain went, why is this not on PlayStation? How does this have an X button and know what an X button is? And I'm like, what? Because X button is apparently past turn. And I'm like, alright. Then bring my camera back. I've got everything we need now. Oh yeah, I saw that. The filming models, including the prototype Voyager. I saw that. That's amazing. I want that one. I would love to have that in the background. There's two ships I would love as for the models of the real ones, even though I would never be able to afford something like that. I would love the the Enterprise Archer's Enterprise. Jonathan Archer's, the, I forget which class it was. And then I'd want Voyager. Prototype or regular, either one. If not both, if I had that kind of money. Because Voyager's my favorite of all time, so I would have Voyager back there, sitting somewhere up there. But it would be in a case. It would not be out in the open like all the rest of my stuff. It'd be in a case. Where it would be protected. All of them would be, to be fair. That's why I haven't bought any new ones in a while, or what ones I have, they're in their boxes, because I've decided I'm not going to put any more out until, one, I move, because I'm not really trying to decorate this place up anymore, because I'm, like I said, our focus for me is to find a way to help me and Mom get as fast as possible to our goal of being able to get out of here and move back to where my hometown is. So I can go back to school and stuff down there and do what I should have been, what I wanted to do when I was young and should have been doing all this time. But, so I'm not really trying to doll this place up and make it look all better and all that, so I'm going to save any of those types of purchases for later on. And anything I do buy is just going to stay in the box so it's easily transported and safe, and it keeps it in pristine condition. So that way when I move back down to Georgia, I'm going to get a case, like one of those cabinet things, like glass cabinets that you can put all your models in. Basically a display cabinet. And that's what they'll be moved into, because then they'll be closed in and protected from outside and the outside elements. So that's why I want to wait on doing all that. But if I had that kind of money, I would definitely. One, I'd already live in Georgia right now if that were true. But also I'd definitely have like their individual they'd each individually be in their own case. They would get special treatment. Because not only would I want the originals, but I was like, nah, y'all ain't getting They'd be locked away with a security system. Bowling? Who sucks at bowling? What? I missed something. Also, welcome, Sealy. A lot of games with controller support are not on console for some reason. Yeah, I do think that's a little weird. And then, hello, Arna, how's your day? It's doing good. Got started earlier today. Yesterday just didn't work out. By the time I would have streamed, it had been almost 7, 8 o'clock, and I was like, we wouldn't have got much done. So we're gonna stream today. Try to get through this at first, this next mission, because I think this is one of the longer ones, the ones we're about to do next. Hopefully now that I somewhat know some of the buttons again, since we played last, it'll be a little faster than we were dealing with. Hopefully no bugs. We are going to make a save at basic establishment level. So as soon as I get like 3 to 4 civilians on each of my resources, we're making a save right there. Because that's a basically what's called a basic establishment setup or early game setup for when you're trying to get your buildings built and keeping enough resources constantly in the background. Since this is an old school game, you really are technically what the goal is to set up where you can kind of spam units when you need to. So, and that's something I kind of forgot. So and I don't remember if they're going to be attacking us or if we're going to be kind of on the stealth run this time and we can kind of turtle up and just get the best army and smash forward. Which, if they're not going to attack us, I'm not going to bother with walls. I'll just work on just getting units and our resources up and upgrades to punch our way through. Because in proper matches when we weren't doing that, when you'll notice we weren't allowed to age up in that last battle against Troy, because certain maps and certain stages, it's not a race to anything or a max out kind of thing. Because neither you or the AI is allowed to upgrade your age and civilization and like what gods you get to choose. So let's see. I buy, what people is, what? I'd buy his apple ears. I think they just add them as a neat option. Sealy, did you see the new hub area and content coming to Monster Hunter? I heard about that. Of course, Damn King, I'll be champion bomb bowler. Nah, I'll be the champ. You suck at bowling, broski. That be fighting Doc Sealy. I was so aggressive, huh, down. I'm gonna use your pelico as a bowling ball. Sealy, time to morph you into a ball. What I tell you, you can't even use the proper bowling ball. I call bomb bowling, not pelico bowling. Stellaris season, I saw that. Stellaris season 9 also was announced. They're getting ready. It's getting ready. There's a lot of cool stuff for some of the RTS is about to happen. Use the proper equipment, damn. You said, Sealy, you say this as James turns you into a bowling ball. You missed James just morphed you into a bowling ball and is now also using you to bowl. Oh man. Which I may just deal with my temporary replacement control I'm using right now, just because I don't know if I want to buy a new control next month. They're now more expensive than games until games try to tell people it's $80. But it's like $74 for a controller. I'm like, bruh. For one that can break on me in a month like that purple one did. And I couldn't get it returned, sadly. I couldn't find the receipt, so I'm just gonna have to buy a new one. So, oh well. I'll buy a new one probably not next month, though. Probably won't be this coming month. Since this controller works fine for now, I've got more important things I've got to do next month, money-wise, that's going out, so I'm like, I'll just this will at least last me for a little bit until I can get to that the month after. Then we'll get our purple control back. Yeah, they are scandalous, terrible. See, I don't find any problem with having the radius of pi, James. Sony boss must sleep on a bed made of controller cash. Probably. No lie, probably. Because the controllers are more expensive than the games are. Now, I'm not saying that that should be reversed in any way, because then I just won't buy games. I'll just buy cheap games. I'll hardly buy any console game ever again, when I can just go to Steam and get something cheaper. So, but as far as controller, yeah, it's why $74 is too much. For this and I'm gonna say this out loud, Sony, you make cheap analog sticks. Your controller is not $74. If those analog sticks can break it, I did not drop that controller once. I did on my previous one. That one was on me, but the one I bought, like last month, was towards the beginning. That thing's analog stick broke on me because that's what I found out while I was having issues. I learned about it when I played up with Tam King last night. My controller all of a sudden it's like dead zone or axis or something inside the stick must have broken. Because when I would turn left and stop moving, it would turn all the way back right, meaning facing me the opposite direction than the left I was going. Also, turns out a certain side-scrolling action game that I've been playing, that's why I've been dying. I beat that chicken and that turkey in their face after last night after I switched controllers. You all don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't decided if it's worth streaming because it's probably too copyright to even touch. And as a streamer, as being a small streamer, it makes me nervous with IPs like that because those IPs are really greedy and kind of strict. No offense to them. Me and Tamkin were actually talking about that last night. But but yeah, let's just say they are now in the oven. We're having fried chicken and roast turkey now. I brought out the Tyrannosaur. I was mad. They think the Edge has more customizations and can easy swap out the analog sticks. Yeah, you talking about what? You talking about You talking about the PlayStation Edge controller type thing? I mean, that thing's more expensive. If you're talking about the bigger one, and here's the scammy thing, and I have to call Sony out a little bit on this. Here's the scammy thing. There is a better made control. Guess how much it costs? Around almost $100. The basic controller is $74 for the DualSense 5, whatever you call it, PS5 control. So, hello. Oh, well, I'm streaming right now. Okay. I'm streaming right now. I can't hear that right now. I'm streaming. Okay, well, I'm streaming right now. Can't say certain things on stream, Mom. God dang. So this is. Thank God, what much? I'd have to delete and start over now. Thank God, that's close. Oh, listen, that is. I'm streaming right now. I think this is going. Think the Edge has magnets. See, the Edge sticks can be swapped in seconds, whereas standard is a pain in the ass. See, has a cheap bit of plastic. That's why it breaks so easy. Yeah, but if that's the one I'm thinking, it's like damn near 100. It's almost double the price. I say that because almost 100. It's not 140 or something like that, but might as well be with the way they price things. Not really sure. Because I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you're talking about the PlayStation Pro controller, like the professional, the better one. What I mean by pro is not like the pro system. It's literally a controller that's separate from the main PS5 controller, but it is still PS5. Is a So it's closer to 200, yeah. So that's probably the one I'm talking about then. So then that one's the one that's double, yeah. I mean, that's too much. I can't get that. I mean, that's cool. I'm glad that that one has that, but I'm not going to pay $200 for that. I'm just not. It sucks because that's why I call it a kind of a scammy thing, and I have to call them out a little bit on that, just because they make cheap plastic in the $74 ones, but that at least should be some sort of little piece of metal or aluminum or something that's better than plastic, and then it would solve the issue. Then it's not as advanced as the good control or the $200 one or the close to $200 one, but at least it'll last you for at least probably a year to 2 years. 2 years is probably pushing it even with that, but still, that control lasted me a month. And that's where the loophole comes in. They do that because they're hoping that if you buy the cheaper one, it'll break on you sooner, and then you have to buy another one, and now you've paid basically the same price. Almost, not quite yet. You'd have to buy 3 to do that, as if you were to buy the big one straight up. But my issue with the big one is that's almost a console price. The console itself, even though they're up to 600, 700 now at this point, it's like that's like a quarter of its price. That's what? It's like, no thanks. Yeah, you could just buy a Steam controller, silly. You know that. Just screw both of them. Don't do. Neither of them are as useful as Steam. I'll give this. If you got a PC option and you're able to have a PC, Steam. Just do Steam. So Farseer is correct. Just get a Steam control. Or technically, you don't even have to do that. Do you one better. If you've got a PS4 controller or a PS5 control, it is a Steam control. If you already have a normal one, like hell, if you have a PS4 one when the analog sticks were made a little bit more durable, you could just use that. It'll recognize it. It sees that as a controller. It recognizes my access control. See, that's worth the money it paid. What the access controller does, that's worth the money that I had to pay for that. Whereas for a standard PS5 controller that's all it's got is magnets or something in it to make it easy exchange, that's not worth another $160 something dollars or whatever, close to that. Oh no, 110 to something dollars or something like that. I'm trying to think. 100. Actually, no, yeah, no, no, it's like $70, $80, yeah, something like that. Where to get it up to 200, but it's like, that's ridiculous. Where the access control, at least with even though I still think it was a bit expensive for it being supposed to be for disabled. Most disabled don't have a lot of money. But there were ways to get it through the, what is that site called? I forgot. Accessible Gamers. There was a way to get it cheaper through that, but even then, it's like, without help for most disabled, they don't live on a budget that could even ever get one of those, probably, half the time. And that's the issue with a lot of that. And that I can vouch for 100,000% because I live that life and I am disabled myself. Now, I'm luckier than most. I want to say that too. Even with my disability and having no arms and having to do a lot, and life is still pretty rough and hard to do certain things, I'm luckier to have at least a better budget, and have learned how to handle and get certain ways and fight for my rights to get certain amounts of money that I do deserve as a disabled person. So I do make technically more than some disabled because they don't realize they can make more, because it's hard to fight the system sometimes because you have to keep pushing. It's not an easy thing to do. And then some disabled don't have the ability to do this, and it's up to the parent to do this. There's a lot that goes into it. So, but point being is, most of the situations in most people's cases and lives, they would never be able to afford an access control like that, except unless they saved up a whole year's worth of savings. So, but that being said, like I said, if you're for most like just normal people, just a PS4 control. If you have an Xbox control as well, that works just as good. If you have an already existing Xbox 360 or Xbox One or whatever controller, they all are compatible with Steam. They have been for ages. That's why I love Steam. Steam is smarter than the other major companies. They know what they're doing. They always have, and they know that why they do what a true business does. Why hurt your own money making tools, which what this means is people that buy your product, when we can make triple the amount by appeasing them more and making them buy more because we're appeasing them. Is just it's on another level. The leader of Steam is just fantastic. It's like I forget his name. I always forget his name, but yeah, it's fantastic. It's like he knows not how not to shoot his own business in the foot. Unlike it seems like a lot of them lately. See, mine last at most just over a year, sometimes 6 months. Although I play games far much too much. LOL. Depends on the games you play. Some games are analog stick shredders. Yeah, there's that too. There is technically uh let's see, use the PS4 controller when it does, silly. How I haven't wait. Okay, how I haven't heard Steam has a controller. I use my PS5, but it's 5 years old at this point, and the stick drift is going to happen soon. Soon, I say. I mean, not necessarily. If you've had it for 5 years, then now you got the one controller that might have had a stronger piece of plastic or something. I actually don't know how that happens. Part of me does wonder if that maybe some of the models do maybe have metal in them, and they kind of splash them out there, and it's almost like a raffle. You get lucky or you don't, and it kind of that way it cuts back on their costs of production, right? Sometimes I do wonder, is it just pure luck that the plastic is just held? Or is it just the games that you played? It's like Tam King said, it's also a difference of games, too. Some games don't touch the analog stick hardly enough that it would ever hurt it. It would last forever, probably, to be fair. But then you have games like God of War and, what is that other game? There's a couple of games, they're not coming to my head right now, where you just gotta rotate your analog stick a bunch. That'll kill it. That control will probably be dead within 3 months. If not 1 month like mine ended up. Mine wasn't because of a game specifically. I'm trying to remember what game I played recently that was doing that. Now I will say on my own self kind of did. I have a bad habit in Played Up. I like to spin, so that isn't helpful to it. But that still shouldn't be a thing, right? It still technically shouldn't be that. Because I decided to use the analog stick a little bit more than it, or as much as the control should technically be what do you call weighted or suited for, it just now it breaks, right? So it's like, plus technically that little action fighting game I play, is side scroller, technically you have to wiggle the analog stick if you get grabbed to get out. There are games like that do that too, like the wiggling back and forth constantly. I'm pretty sure that maybe, I mean, who knows, maybe that's what broke it. Maybe the first couple of days it was working when I started playing that game, and then boom, maybe something snapped. Don't know. It was definitely bad. Played Up puts a lot on the sticks. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It is about a lot of back and forth and definitely motion, but it doesn't help when you're sitting there with when you have ADHD and you're not cooking anything and you're waiting and Tam King has to wait for customers to come in and give stuff to. I'm just sitting there going, woo, woo, woo. Doesn't help it. All right. Invade the bandit stronghold in the two-pronged attack to find out where Gargarinus is hiding. They don't know who he is yet, but that's what the game knows. It's like an air show fighting that monster. Let's see. Lord Game does nothing and always wins. Sealy must only play like 5 minutes a day for it to last 5 years. Farseer said, "It's a miracle any controller survives top tier air RB against Eurofighter typhoons." That's probably true. It's like an air show fighting that monster. Exactly. It's like, woo! You have to do barrel rolls and like Star Fox level maneuvers to get away. It is funny, to be fair. It's funny to see it happen too when you're not the one being chased by it. You're like, "Oh, that's clearly a Eurofighter chasing that person." I got my PS5 off of a promotion for being an old PSN user or something, so I didn't had to fight the scalpers at the time. With the launch, always the same PS5, it's still holding up with no problems. Yeah, like I said, I think it's fine. It should hold up. If it's held up this long, it'll be fine unless you start doing what I do and spinning infinite circles. What's funny is I do it in real life too. I don't know if I've ever done it on stream. I'd have to go back and look. Probably at least once. Especially if it was a vlog and we were just chilling. I guarantee you, I've drove around this room twice in a circle, and it's part of the ADHD. When I get too going, but I have nowhere for that energy to just because I'm the hyper side of my attention deficit for it to go. I just start randomly finding something to just do. Either driving in a circle. I have a little like the thing I use for my hair when it gets long, which it is getting that way, but it's gonna be cut this next month. It's on my list. That's why I just can't get this controller because I keep putting off my hair because I keep not having enough money. Because getting haircut is an expensive thing these days, as well. So, um, I have to. That's gotta go first. Like this controller will last at least a month, knowing me and knowing what I put it under and how cheap these little sticks are. Anyways, this will at least last a month. Hell, maybe this one's better. Here's my other thing. Part of me also wonders if the colored ones are made worse too sometimes. Because I wonder if the ones that come with the console are made slightly better. Because this feels heavier. This controller, it feels heavier than that purple one. And that tells me something is different in this than it is in that. So it makes me wonder, are these slightly built better? Which is, that's the case, at least I always have this one as long as I don't overdo it with it. So, it's kind of strange too. I can't say that's true or not, by the way. I'd have no real actually inkling on that. It's just it seems a little strange that I can lift up my controller on my two big toes and hold it up. I can feel the weight pushing on my leg a little bit, whereas on that one it feels like a feather. Yeah. You see. Especially British Typhoon with a Scottish flag on the wings. My barber charges $50. Well, I wish I had your barber. I don't. But do you do? Hold on, but you don't do beard and hair, right? You just do hair. I mean, just hair is cheaper technically, but I have to do beard as well, as you can tell. It needs it badly. But also I accidentally set it partially on fire the other day. Yeah, right there. So you see, there's like a little spot right there that's missing. Yeah, that was me. Me being an idiot. Candles are dangerous, Chad. Oh man, we didn't get going, or we're not gonna get anything done. Beard and hair, but my beard ain't as big as yours. I mean, that's probably true, but I don't know. I guess maybe volume does matter. I don't really know. I feel like it should be just a flat, like if you're just getting cut and you're not doing anything fancy, like washing your hair and having them do all that. If it's just cutting it for beard and hair, I feel like it should just be a flat price for both. Like I'll say like like 50 for the hair and maybe like 10 for the beard. I don't know. To be fair, 50 for hair by itself is still quite high, anyways, even in general. So, and that's why I think it's 70 because I think it's 20 for beard. So it's 50, probably it's probably 50 for hair, 20 for beard, so it's 70, right? So, or at least here. And maybe your barber also doesn't charge separately either. That could be that. Some barbers are more kind in that way where they just consider it all one thing and rope it into one price. Some places don't. I don't really have a custom barber I found around here that's worth going to though. Every one I've ever tried that's cheaper, they butcher my hair. I have a lot of, I have like this bad cowlick in the front of my hair here. You can kind of see it because the way my hair swoops that way. I have that Leon problem. I really. um. So when they cut it, they can merely make it look really strange if they don't do it a certain way. So there's a lot of like old school barbers that don't totally know how to do that as well. So it's hard to get them to do my hair quite as well as I want. The beard's always perfect in a place like that. And so I haven't found one that I can go to that, can actually do my hair easily. Or ones that do, are able to do disabled. Someone who's in a chair and able to like move, basically like have one of those chairs I can sit in and sit on top of that let me be tall enough for them to be able to do my hair and stuff. Um, what is it? So I'm stuck with kind of like a what you call like a chain establishment type hair place. I think it's Sports Clips is who I go to. Yeah. So I have to go to like a chain place. So they are a little bit more skeevy about it and charge separately for both. So it's a lot more expensive. So this is why I tend to not get my haircut sometimes because sometimes it's just too expensive. I'm like, I can't waste that money right now. That's why next month is getting done and I just won't buy a controller since they're basically the same price. That's also baffling to say that out loud. I would do my own hair. If I could, I would. I trust me, Tam King. I wish. I so wish because it would be always trimmed, always proper. I'd do it every morning. Just, I'm one of those types, but since I can't do that, that's not an easy thing to do because I don't have someone here that can do it. Because I can't do it myself because of more obvious reasons. Not yet. Anyways, not yet. Once again, I delayed myself in a lot of things I could have had because I did not do robotics early in my years like I should have and stayed with it. But I will be able to do it eventually. And I can do it myself and never have to spend money on it again, and I'll always look like my crazy badass self. Oh man, because it is actually kind of annoying when I look at myself right now as a Slanesh. I'm like, oh, that is not what I was supposed to look like. But but once again, sometimes money is just too tight to do that stuff. It's some things come more importantly, like bills or helping out my mom or helping out. Like if I hadn't helped out, we probably wouldn't have had the money we had to get what we got to get the paw print for Malix and stuff when he passed away. So it's like some things are just more important. So I'm just like, screw it. I guess I'll let it grow out, even though I'm gonna look like a bushman who's been hunting Bigfoot for 2 years straight. Which I have nothing against that. I really do have an outdoor side too, but I don't have a way of appeasing that right now, so there's no point in looking like I've been out there right now. Oh man. No, she won't do it, Tapcake. Nope. She refuses to do my hair. She knows how particular I am with my hair. She won't do it. I'd have to do it myself, and I can't do that. So, like I said, there's certain things that, yeah, in a normal situation, sure, you would be correct, Tapcake, but in mine, mm. Sadly, no. I still have to pay. That's why I'm gonna wait and do it next month. we'll hold off controller wise because I've got something else I want to get next month. I think I am strong enough to still do it, even though it's going to be staring me in the face. I'm going to wait till middle of the month to do it, so I give myself ample time to be ready for it. Plus, I want to get into a certain game after we're done with this game before I focus on that game. So we're going to be we'll be trying to get to it, but we'll see how it goes though. If it ends up waiting, then I'll do it the month after that. When I can be a little bit more focused on two different things. It'll be our side game and whatever main game will be with it. Because that game will take a long time over time anyways. So speaking of Slanesh, speaking of Bigfoot, did you see that? Wait, let me read both of these. Speaking of Bigfoot, did you see that Bigfoot Life game just announced on Steam? Bigfoot Life? No? What? I have not seen that. I'll have to look that up when I get on Steam later. I know they had that Bigfoot hunting game that's like a crazy overpowered Bigfoot that like munched on some campers and stuff, but it's like there's these guys here with guns and stuff, and they're like having a hard time killing him. And it started as a meme game and actually ended up becoming an actual game. Let's see. So Seeley said, "Don't force yourself on that." Yeah, like I said, it'll be fine. That's why I'm gonna wait towards the middle or end of the month of next month before I start on that road. Plus, we have something. Once again, we have another game before that. That once this is done, which it looks like we actually might be further than I thought. I can't remember how many missions are in this game. If it's 20, we're almost halfway. And we should be almost at 10 today. If I do good enough. Which I'm fixing to start so we can get going. But, yeah, that's the one that's the one Mark played. Yeah. Technically, a lot of people played it, but yes, that was the one him and Bob and Wade played. Yes. But I think the one Tam King's talking about is a different one. I'll have to look it up when I get on Steam. And then Farseer said, speaking of Slanesh, did you know the Emperor's Children only has 2 main characters, not counting Fulgrim? All the good ones were. Yeah, I know they were killed off. I actually do know that. Wait, I can't remember if she's alive. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. Is Sathriel or whatever I always forget, or is it Matt? Is it Sathriel? I forget her name. The corrupted sister of Battle Leader that's part of the Emperor's Children. Is she still alive or did she die in that as well? I can't remember. Can't not remember. I think she died. I don't remember. It's called the Bigfoot Life on. Okay, I'll check it out. When I get on Steam later tonight, because I do gotta get on my computer tonight. Check some things and see what we're gonna be doing computer wise. And I updated Warhammer last night. The main update. The update that changed everything for Kislev. I'm going to get on there today and see if any of the mods, because I like to give it a day or two, see if any of the mods update. I know some of them updated day one, but for some reason Radios didn't. And I'm like, please Radios, don't take too long. Because Radios is kind of my base, because it gives me the extra units until CA kind of adds more in. I do think they've realized maybe they've caused a little bit of a graveyard without mods. So I do think they're fixing to try to reel out a lot of improvements. Oh, they also changed Kairos before we start our campaign in this. They also changed Kairos. He's way scarier now with his spells and how he uses them. And the 2 heads actually play into what they represent now. It's very good. He's now the strongest Siege character on the map. I'm kind of sad they didn't show any love to any others, but I kind of get why they probably didn't. They realized they needed to fix at least one Siege character because of how bad Zeech's faction ended up turning out with the way they handled the changeling and everything. And technically Village as well. But Village isn't the only problem in that situation. He's just roped in with Valkia and technically all the rest. Just because none of them are really great. Village is the best out of all three if you're not using radios or mods like I did for Valkia. Valkia is the worst on her own, base game wise. And then Aziel he's in the middle. Village is the best. It goes Aziel is second to easiest to use base game. We're talking no mods. And then Valkia is the worst. Which is crazy because she's supposed to represent the blood god, and she's the least aggressive one because the unit she represents is so terrible. They couldn't give her blood angels standardly for some reason. And I'm like, or what they called, angels of blood or whatever. Not blood angels, that's a space marine unit. But it's like this is also why I'm hoping this change with Kislev and Zeech is a sign that they're fixing to really roll out and try to fix some of these issues in the base game and start adding more units to stuff. Kislev definitely needed the most love. Along with, I think, the Norskins too. They're also being vastly ignored. Um, but this is why but there's also rumors on the horizon of the Slanesh add-on of what that's gonna bring. I'm not gonna talk about that yet. We'll let that one slide until it gets here. But let's see. I think she's still alive. Okay, well that's good. That's good at least. That's something. Even though once again, there ain't many. Shame the captain of the elite Phoenix Guard chose to die in honorable combat than to let Slanesh fully take his mind. He was the only likable one. That's true. That would have been cool. I would have preferred that. That'd have been a really cool replacement for Fulgrim. It wouldn't. It would have been from the Elf side, but I'll take that, or Eldar side in 40k situations. I'll take that over the fact that Fulgrim exists. I like Fulgrim to a certain extent, but not with what they made him. I like Fulgrim when he actually was a badass, not what he became. You see, hey Seeley, who would win, a Florida gator or an American bear? Unless that gator can drag a fat ass bear into the water and drown it for like hours, that bear about to fillet a gator. A Florida gator just ate a kilo of Colombia's finest versus a black bear. We have black bears in Florida. They don't fight at all. They stay in their lane. Black bears are still they can attack, but I will say technically, most black bears are tame. Most black bears. I don't mean tame like housebroke tame. Like tame as in they're probably gonna just go in the other direction unless you come at them or try to keep following them. Because then they're gonna see that as a violation of territory and endangerment of their life, and then they're gonna attack you. But I will say, compared to other bears, yeah, I could see that. They probably just don't bother with the gators and just look at them and snarl up and walk away. But the gator probably doesn't do much either. Like, I do agree with Seeley, unless this bear is near the gator's water area and where it lives, where it can pull it in like any animal, I don't think any gator could beat any bear, even on cocaine. Like, if we're comparing this to that crazy movie with the cocaine bear, bears are just different things, different creatures. They win on land most times. There's only a few things in the world that top them, other than humans with guns. But that doesn't count. So not Eldar, the Emperor's children elite. Oh, it was Elite Guard. Wait, they used to have a Phoenix. See, that's This is the issue I have with Warhammer 2 sometimes. Why is it called the Phoenix Guard? When there's a Phoenix Guard that are elves in Warhammer Total War Fantasy. It's like they reuse names, but they're like, oh, it's a different universe, so we can just reuse this name and copy and paste. I'm like, don't do that, because then that confuses people. And then they wonder why the accessibility of people wanting to get into Warhammer, other than the price, sometimes is also daunting. It's like, you could say Phoenix Guard, and then someone probably has to ask you if you're new, do you mean Elven Phoenix Guard, or do you mean the Emperor's Children's Phoenix Guard? It's like, don't do that. It's like, don't make it where the shop owners have to do that, because it makes people feel awkward, and then it makes them less wanting to get into it. It's like, come up with new names. Be a writer. Oh, that stuff irks me. But anyways, let's do this. They must see each other in the wild. Bears go to the water for fish, and gators will attack anything near the water. I mean, maybe, but bears tend to don't hunt in lakes and like you gotta understand, gators aren't in streams. Gators tend to ignore rivers and streams unless the river is huge. So most gators are gonna be in a swamp, and most bears don't use swamps for fishing holes. They're gonna go towards an area where they can find a stream or a river that fish migrate up and down. Most bears will not go near lakes. Technically, that'd be more of a canine or feline trait because they're gonna go near lakes to hunt the gazelle that are going near lakes. But these are just examples. Deer in most cases, and try to get them like wildcats, right? Like just like bobcats. We have a lot of those. Those are a good feline wild animal. Now, Florida does have more wildcats than we do, and more different types of big cats. They're more closer to a wilderness zone and wild animal zone, but I don't know. I don't think most black bears would go anywhere near they know that there's probably gators. If one did, it probably would die, and then no other would probably go after that. Nature has its own weird way of knowing these things. Instinct is a crazy thing. Some animals just never interact with each other. It's just nature's way of keeping the balance. That's why humanity is the only weird out of that system, because we can break it entirely, but the animals kind of obey certain rules within their own rights of the instincts of the world. There probably has, and this is, don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean there probably hasn't been a fight between a gator and a black bear at some point, or some sort of bear that just went to the wrong lake at the wrong time, or it's a big enough river to house gators to survive in for themselves. It's probably happened here and there. But even then, I almost wonder if the gator just sees the bear as just too much of a fight. It would have to struggle with the strength of the bear and pulling it into the water. And bears are huge. Even a black bear is not technically that small. So your average gator isn't that big unless we're talking like really big gators. Like a Louisiana gator is actually probably bigger than a Florida gator in some cases. So maybe one of them dudes would take that chance and say, big blubbery bear. But most Florida gators actually aren't that big. So they probably look at that as, I ain't bothering with that. Kind of like how they ignore, some of the gators ignore hippos and other scarier big animals in some of the other wilderness regions of other parts of the world. They probably just see that as, that's more risky of me dying than getting anything out of that. So, don't know though. Who knows? Just strolling or Golf Grove's thing was huge. Looked like the one in Happy Gilmore, LOL. Gators can't be seen weak, or else their peers will kill them. That's true. Reptiles are like that. Why do you think so many Florida gators have missing arms and eyes and yeah? That is actually a thing. The Happy Gilmore gator missing an eye, even though it was taken by Chuck, but whatever his name was, his trainer. But Everything avoids hippos. They some angry mofo. Yeah, hippos are the space marines of the animal world. It's like they look at that and go, "We're going this way." It's like, come, children, just leave the hippos alone. Them things will kill anything. Hippos are absolute killers. Them things are like, do not trifle with them dudes. Do not test their territory. Do not look them in the eye. Do not think that they care about your safety. Hippos are the dolphins of land. They will screw you over because they can, and they have the power to do so. Well, that's because they're big enough to kill them, Farseer. They're like the only thing that could kill. And I do think even a rhino, to a certain extent, that may not be totally true. Yeah, rhinos may be tough, but even they know a hippo is somewhat tougher in some cases. Elephants, this is a fact. They will not avoid hippos. No hippo in his right mind could ever kill an elephant, but it's an elephant. It's one of the largest creatures on the earth that's still alive. So even a hippo knows. Nope. But I do think that probably if the hippo's big enough, even a rhino, if it doesn't get a good charge on that hippo, plus you gotta understand the hippo's just gonna be in the water most of the time. It'll start in the water before the attack happens, so the rhino's not gonna have time to respond. So I think even that's not necessarily true. Now, if they were both out in the open in a wide savanna, then the rhino has the advantage, if it's far enough away already. But once again, a rhino is a ramming thing and it has to gore and tusk. For this thing, all it has to do is literally go ah! and grab the thing and toss it around like a freaking piece of candy. Now rhinos weigh a lot, but so do hippos. They're just as big in some cases, if not bigger. So it's like the elephant is the only thing that is not challenged. That is the only thing I can argue that is by except for by human. Nothing screws with an elephant. Elephants are the immortal gods left on this planet at this point, as far as animals are concerned. The only thing prehistoric level size, essentially, you could think, right? They're like small dinosaurs. And some dinosaurs probably weren't even as big as some woolly mammoths back in the day. And some of them crazy dudes. It's like elephants are a different breed. But yeah, we're getting distracted. You're right. Let's start. Oh yeah, we rescued Chiron. That's a pretty decent force we started with.
Chiron, have you gotten us lost?
Of course not. I've walked this road many times. I've never seen this before, however.
It's recent construction. The cuts on the stones are not weathered. It doesn't look like something your average bandit would build.
Where are the men from Ioclos?
Within, perhaps.
Let's find out. Scout the area and find what resources are available here.
Alright, so Ajax went off to do his thing for now. So it's Chiron and Arcantos.
Etimos. Ne. Esto.
Alright, let's go ahead and make that. I gotta be fast about this. We need wood. Wow, there ain't many woods around. I guess we'll put one right here. Resource hut. Cut it there so you can start cutting wood. Reminder, control groups. Yeah. That's what I just did. So let's see if we've got anything nearby. Oh, actually, we can. Hold on, we've got a scout. Manual control him for a second. Oh, there's a gate right there. Okay. Let's spot it. So there's a stone wall blocking us here. Let's go this way. Okay, so let's get more wood. And then we're gonna need food.
There seems to be plenty of wood in our area.
Okay.
Έτοιμος. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Ορθώς.
So wood,
Πάνι.
we can move
Ορθώς.
wood production over
Πάνι.
here after we take
Βούλομαι.
away that
Ορθώς.
hill.
Πάνι. Βούλομαι.
Oh yeah.
Ορθώς.
Okay.
Βούλομαι. Πάνι. Βούλομαι.
Go over there. So now we need to set up a farm. We need at least 4 people. We've got enough food. We don't need to worry about that. We also need to find gold. Looks like we've got 2 cities to maintain. Yeah, we've got to do Ajax and him. I remember this. Okay, so I know what we want. This side has to produce our wood. So let's go create another woodcutter over here. I remember how this plays out. Okay. Alright, let me put him on auto explore now.
Λέγε.
Go. We need to get gold up and running over here.
Έτοιμοι. Τέκτον.
And we can put food back here. Alright, well we've already got food here. Wow, yeah, this is our food store. Okay, so let's get 3 people over here. Alright, let me give you... that's why it told me to make control groups. Oh, I accidentally got the 2 people. Hold on.
Πρόσταγμα, ναι.
Πρόσταγμα.
Hold on.
Λέγε.
There we go.
Βούλομαι.
Okay. That one. Okay. Oh, so we gotta do that, and then, okay. I wish it would go to them.
Ναι, πανί.
Hold on, let's sit right here and guard
Βούλομαι.
this. Okay. And then you guys
Έτοιμοι.
need to set me up a granary over here that we're gonna turn into farms eventually, but right now we're gonna use it to harvest berries and food and deer. Yep, we'll let them harvest all the deer first. Then we're gonna need 3 more people on that. And that should be good. I think one of you I'm going to take and turn into a builder. We need a archery range over here.
Τέκτον.
Because he has archers and, what's it called? Over here, I feel like we need, so what does he have? He has only, yeah, range, same thing, but I think we want cav and stuff over here. We might actually be able to put all the military over here and attack from the front. Did they have their own scout? They don't. Where is my scout? Did he die? Oh, there's a relic down here. Hold on.
Πρόσεχε.
Come and grab this.
Βούλουμε.
Where did our scout go? Oh, he ended right there.
Έτοιμος.
So
Ορθώς.
that's interesting. He can't get to Ajax and
Πάνι.
them. So we need a scout over here. How do I make a scout? I think I need a cav to do a scout, right? I actually don't remember how you do that. Whoa. Oh, we have Athena! Athena's technology extends the range of hoplite attacks, enables him to inflict more damage. Oh, yes, give me that now. And we have the Aegis shield. Athena's shield makes infantry more resistant to pierce attacks, such as arrows. Okay. Okay. So we have Athena. Alright, so first things first, let me send these
Yeah.
guys to chop wood.
Θρητόμος.
Πρόσταγμα.
Prostagma.
Βρυτόμος.
Fristomos. Okay, and you're gonna
Πρόσεχε.
build my military buildings. Let's get a barracks. We'll put them back here. Alright. That means we have to send us, like, just one random cav out. Oh, not a cav, military unit. Let's get a random hoplite to run out there. See what's in front of Ajax. And let's all, in the very beginning, we need to go ahead and get this. Yeah, because we've got enough. Tower's got to be pretty strong in the very beginning, right out the gate. Okay, where is she? There she's right. Right there, you're there. You need to build me a, I want cav on this side.
Τέκτον.
To be fair, this side's our main gate. We're gonna have all three on this side. And we're gonna see what we need for this side.
Πρόσεχε.
Let's go ahead and build another tower to guarantee our defense.
Τέκτον.
Okay, so there's a wall there. So I think we're cut off. I think it's just about getting as much resources and punching through to the second stage.
Etimos. Esto.
All right, let's go grab this with our Cantos.
Etymos. Ne.
Ooh, siege weapon stuff. Ah.
Esto.
So we definitely need a fortress. Both of them are going to need that because we're going to need to have to build siege equipment in order to break the walls. So this is the one I thought it was. This one is a little longer. Alright, let me go ahead and get 2 more people there. They're going to create farms. The gold, I'm just going to let them move from gold pile to gold pile.
Λέγε.
Alright, let's get our... Oh, we need to... Oh, no, we need to age up. What do we need? We need 8... You must build an armory. Okay, so let's build the armory over here then. It won't be in the way over here.
Τέκτον.
We've got to age up, apparently. I just realized. Alright.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσεχε.
Τέκτον.
Πρόσεχε. Τέκτον.
Go ahead and get that. That's being built. Let me go back over here. You need to build an archery range for me now. Back here.
Τέκτον.
And we've already got 2 towers here. You can tell this is our main, supposed to be our main attacking force. And the Ajax must be the flanking force. Alright, let's grab... Oh no, we need H3 to get this. Alright, well let's get Aegis Shield. So our hoplites already take less damage.
Πρόσταγμα, βούλομαι. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι.
Yep, they blocked
Orthos.
us in, okay.
Πάνι.
More gold on the other side of that, alright.
Βούλομαι.
So let's give Ajax a little bit of a bigger army, since he's the flanking army. Okay, so we don't have that yet, so let's just, oh, see? This is what I thought was gonna happen.
Proszę malista.
All right.
Leje esto malista. Esto volume malista.
Okay. Now, that's exactly what I was worried about. We only need like 2 more of these. He's already got a lot of archers. He needs more hoplites to defend that zone. Okay. The last deer is about to be done. I'm waiting for all these sheep to finish fattening up. Alright, they look good. Up here. Okay, back to the other side. Back to the other side. Okay. We need to age up. Alright. Alright, chat. Apollo or Dionysus? So Dionysus gives us the Hydra. Apollo gives us a Chimera. Apollo also gives us... Our ships are a little bit better, which, I don't know. I don't think there's too much water on this map right now. It gives us the Oracle building, it looks like. Apollo increases unit and building line of sight. Oh, it's an upgrade for buildings. And allows you to see what enemy buildings are training and researching when you select them. That's pretty good. And then we got Sunray. Apollo imbues the projectiles fired by any of our, basically, archers with sunlight, causing them to inflict more damage and reveal their surroundings. Ooh. Increases ranged attack damage for all type ranged units, 10%. Ranged units adds 20 projectile line of sight. It also gives us the Temple of Healing. Allows your temple to heal allied nearby units. Okay, and then for... Oh, select 2 locations on the map to create entrances to the underworld through which units can move. Ah, that gives us Zerg tactics. We don't have to kill the walls if we do this. We can just underworld our way around it. Or over here we can get bronze ability. Target a location to encase your allies and allied soldiers, myth units, and ships with bronze, reducing their vulnerability in contact. We get a Hydra. We get the upgrade 2 to Hydra to make them heal over time as while they're attacking enemies. We also can increase the hit points of all units by a small amount. And we get carnivorous horses. You see, whatever you do or not, don't look at chat. It went tits up. Uh-oh. How did I see that first? What? What is happening? Oh, what? Oh, God. Oh, man. Well, then. Foster needs time to herself for 300. I take no responsibility for that nature fact. Oh, man. Well. Oh, man. Alright, Apollo or Dionysus, chat? I do think Apollo may help us more. We might not have to build siege if we use Apollo. Or even if we do, we can now put the siege in front of their door. Wherever we need it. I know. I could do worse, Celia. Apollo, the other guy is a drunk. I know he is, technically. He also apparently gives us carnivorous horses. But I do think Apollo for this situation is better. But I'm letting y'all decide. So Celia says Apollo. Anyone else want to take a vote? Or are we going Apollo? Temkin said Apollo. Okay, well, I mean, the Farseer could say Dionysus, but now it'd be 2v1 unless more people vote Dionysus. So I guess Apollo, since he was the first to get 2 votes. Apollo! Alright, let's give this side some units as well. This side needs some cav. Woo! Oh, god dang it. God dang. Alright.
Έτοιμος.
Let's build one more tower and then I'm kind of... Now let me focus back in. Put this here for them coming through the wall. They're almost done with the harvesting the deer, then they're going to harvest all these fat goats. Okay, what is decent speed? It's aging up right now though. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna need someone to build houses.
Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε.
Let's build some houses over here.
Τέκτον.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
Okay. Now that we've aged up, we need to get bronze everything. And we need to unlock sunray, ballistics. We just need to get it all. That'll make us have a superior force. And right now, it doesn't seem Troy, or not Troy, Gargarinus has aged up. He might not be able to.
Έτοιμοι.
Alright, harvest these sheep.
Βουφορβός.
That'll keep our food going for a while. Alright, we need more wood gatherers. And we're gonna need more gold gatherers. It's time to start harvesting this gold. Okay, that's good. The ranking up is happening. Now we need... Where's our...
Πρόσεχε.
Έτοιμος.
Let's build a fortress now. Start getting ready. Just in case this goes wrong for some reason. Also, how does this ability work? It's like 2 locations. Okay. Probably have to have line of sight. So hold on 1 second.
Prostagma.
Just in case.
Esto. Volume.
Try to give enough room. There we go.
Malista.
To be fair, this first one we
Volume.
probably do want siege for. And the reason why I say
Pani.
that is there's a resource we
Esto.
need on the other side of that. So
Volume. Pani. Esto. Pani.
So we do definitely want that.
Έτοιμοι. Τέκτον. Πρόσταγμα.
Oh.
Prostagma. Malista. Pani.
Oh, it's a hero! Who was that?
Ulume.
Up,
Esto.
Gargarian is just aged
Malista.
up. We need to age up again. So we must build a fortress, and we need 1,200 gold. Roger, roger.
Etimos. Ne. Pani. Ne.
Pani. Pani.
Esto.
Pani. Pani.
Ulume. Pani.
Alright.
Λέγε.
Alright, fortress done. That's goal has been met. Let's build us a small
Tecton.
village back here
Πρόσεχε.
in
Tecton.
order to get more people.
Πρόσταγμα.
You need to build a fort on this side. It'll take you a while, you're by yourself, but the fort can be here.
Τέκτον.
And I'll get 2 more people helping her. Also, I just realized what I need to upgrade. Hold on. Let me upgrade wood harvesting and stuff like that. Bop, bop. That's a lot of wood. That's also a lot of wood, but we need that one because that's for melee. Makes the towers at melee. Okay, so now you're gonna set your thing there. Yep, we now have heroes and the Myrmidians. Oh yeah, draft horses. This is where it gets expensive. So for now, let's get Heracles and Jason on this side, aka Hercules. When we unlock other heroes, I'm gonna bring them in from other places. Oh, we need to get that. We need to get that. Okay. Now we need lots of gold. Thought so.
Λέγε.
Layer? Right there.
Έτοιμος.
And then we need to build another tower for them to run to.
Τέκτον.
Right here. Well, I'm gonna see which ones they go to. Okay, they all went to that. So there are 1, 2, 3. There's 6. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want all the gold now, so we can age up again.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
Alright, goats are being harvested. That's why we're keeping
Turn
them.
back now, mortal. You do not know what you are dealing with here. I've told you not to meddle in my affairs. Now you will know the wrath of the gods!
Gargarinus. Yeah, see, he's uncovering that. Underworld passage, It's funny. Wait a minute. Technically, can't I? Wait a sec. I think I know how to end this immediately. 1 second, chat. 1 second. So we do need to age up. We need to get to age 4, and then we're going to end this fast. So that's our only goal, is getting to age 4. And defending for right now. We don't want to spend too much on stuff. Let's get 3 more of those. Grab that. Get like 4 of those. Okay. let's make this side stronger.
Proseke. Bulume. Malista.
So let's get 2 of you. No, 3 of you. 1 of you.
Λέγε τέκτον.
Well, didn't I have 2 people building houses?
Έτοιμος.
There he is.
Τέκτον.
I'm just trying to think, what army do we want to send in? Probably Arcantos's, because I realized we can cheat the system entirely right now, and I didn't think about this. We literally, because we chose Apollo, never have to leave this area. We could wall the wall and they never get through. We're not going to do that. We have plenty of soldiers. We just want the gold. Get one more food up just in case. And this needs another wood chopper. Okay, right there. Yeah, I'm gonna give you Bellerophon, the hero. Let's go ahead and get that now, because I think we have enough. Okay. We need food. Alright, well that's about to be increased again. Let's go back over here.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
There. There we go. Make harvesting even more lucrative. Alright, these guys are going to create
Yeah,
farms over here now. In the center of
Tecton.
town. We don't need houses right now.
Πρόσταγμα τέκτον.
Okay. Also, as soon as this is done upgrading, give me that. Just to make sure the civilians are a little bit tankier. Okay. Okay. We should have enough. There we go. Alright, now it's Hera or Hephaestus. Okay. I'm not gonna tell you which one's better here, Jack. I wanna see if you figure it out. Plus, I'm leaving this up to you anyway, so it's up to you if we all die. I can technically win with any of this. I'm just being a smart ass. So, we can either go with a Hephaestus that gives us 2 different technologies for the Colossus. Olympian weapons and stuff like that gives us a Colossus. Select a location and erect this great vault. Yeah, so this is the vault. So what this skill does is it creates a vault that gives us infinite resources, just slower. But it's of all 3 types. And then for Hera, it's called a thunderstorm. We get a Medusa, which makes sense. Face of the Gorgon, which is an upgrade for the Medusas. Monstrous Rage, Doomslayer stuff, but that's only for myth units. Which means my bulls would be stronger. Or Argive Patronage. Hera's favor causes your fortress to periodically spawn Myrmidons for free. What is that? I mean, I do. If it's Slanesh going, I'm not. To be fair, I'm probably not. I'm purposely paying attention to chat slightly just so I don't get roped up in the Slanesh stuff. Because I am easily distracted. So call me aboard, Tam. Tam King is Kratos and Celia is Atreus. Has anyone actually voted on a god, though? Then what are you seeing? We are being sophisticated. That's all I saw. Also, who are we doing? Sealy is a seal as an ancient seal in the Dark Elf mines on the planet of Sarkuka. I made that up on the spot. I'm a crow there, Tim. Also Hammer Boy. All right, sure. Hammer Boy. Oh, okay. So Sealy voted for Hephaestus. Anybody else? Oh, okay. Yep, Hephaestus won. Okay. So we'll make sure I'm on Hephaestus. Alright, then Hephaestus won. You wish you bloody bastard. He's like, you may have my seal people, but you do not have me. Oh,
Leia.
man. Leia? Leia? I'm gonna be real trolly, chat. I'm gonna put towers in front of their own wall. Meaning now they have to get shot at from the other side of their own wall by my towers. That's what you do. This is why you put your own towers here. About to show the AI it made a terrible, grave mistake. Plus I'm about to get line of sight. Our gold's about to be used up. Thank God we used it for Hephaestus. We are, like, this is what you do, by the way. Technically, the meta in this game is to do this. If I were really trying to game this game, I would be building hardly any military in the beginning. It would be just villagers. Because really what the meta in Age of Mythology is to basically have this many settlers on every single resource. That many farms made, that many people harvesting wood, which is almost what we have. We're still a little off. Well, we're aging up right now, so I can't get any more, but yeah. And see, we can see all of what they have. We aren't going to need any of that. We're going to end this game pretty quick, to be fair. We're actually going to take these two and put them on wood now. So that way wood does have that many people. Because we're not going to need to go past this wall. We're not. I'm about to cheat the hell out of this. Wait for the age up so I can start upgrading siege. Oh. Wow. They lasted, what? 10 seconds?
Έτοιμος.
Έτοιμος.
Έστω.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσεχε.
Έστω. Ναι. Βούλο.
Hey, look at us. Look how strong we are now. We're actually on their level now. And there goes our gold. I will create 2 catapults here. Just because I want to knock this down for my gold goblins to go get some more gold. This is going to be our attack force, though. Okay, grab that. Let's also get some Myrmidians. Yeah, see, these things are just good because they're blessed by Zeus. We're gonna want at least 5 of these dudes. We're gonna want Bellerophon. And then we gotta go get gold. That's why I'm attacking on this side. Okay. Alright. Attack the gate! Look how fast that was, chat.
Καλώς.
Καλώς.
Εισβολή. Καλώς. Εισβολή.
Alright, let's push up.
Μάλιστα. Έστω.
Take
Μάλιστα.
out whatever's right here.
Ναι.
Hold
Μάλιστα.
on, wait.
Ναι.
The artillery is getting a little out of whack.
Esto.
Hold on.
Ναι. Μάλιστα.
Keep moving this way and then I'll do an attack move when we get up there. Alright, there we go.
A fortress. Maybe our Kantos can take that down from his side.
We won't have to, don't worry.
Καλώς.
We just want to destroy this. And then we're retreating with Ajax's army. And technically I could just hit it with the cat.
Εισβολή.
I hope you realized I could just hit it with the catapult.
Καλώς. Εισβολή. Εις μάχη. Εισβολή. Έστω. Εις μάχη. Καλώς.
Get rid of all of their population buildings on the side. Alright, fall back.
Ναι.
Fall back, fall back, fall back.
Βούλομαι.
Alright. We're clear. That's the only side I really needed to... Oh, wait a minute. What the hell?
Ετοίμος, ναι. Έστω. Εισβολή. Μάλιστα, ναι.
Alright, good, good. Done. Now, gold harvesters.
Πρόσεχες.
Move forward.
Τέκτον.
And there he is. I need to build some towers.
Τέκτον.
Alright. Are my goat? No, the goats are still being harvested. We're still getting plenty from the goats so far. Okay. Alright, let's prep this side now. Yeah, that takes gold to get these. That's why we need the gold. Oh.
Leye, Bulume, Pandi.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
I'm gonna have to break this now. Let me just
It's
break
smashing.
this, might as well. We've got Colossus, so they can technically break this down.
Πρόσεχε. Καλώς. Εισβολή. Βούλομαι. Ναι.
Oh,
Μάλιστα. Εις μάχη.
not yet. There we go.
Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Ναι.
Now we can technically harvest gold on this side
Esto,
too, so I guess
Vulome.
we'll move forward
Esto.
now. We'll move
Ναι.
forward to like right here.
Έστω.
We don't need to attack that. We can have the cats shoot that.
Μάλιστα.
Hold on. You know what? Let's
Καλώς.
go for it. We can get some gold over here too.
Ετοίμος. Έστω.
Take down that fortress and we will be able to link up our forces.
Oh boy. Our
Easvoli.
dude got trapped. We're gonna have to open this up so he can get out.
Μάλιστα.
There's a settlement up there.
Εις μάχη. Έστω. Εισβολή. Καλώς. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Βούλο. Ναι. Μάλιστα.
God dang it, he's trapped again. Stop getting trapped, sir. This one hero is going insane. He's this crazy dude. Going in here and fighting on his own. The Minotaurs are coming. Alright, everybody go in here then. Oh no, he's gonna die.
Ναι. Εισβολή. Βούλο. Ναι.
It's like their main region apparently.
Έστω. Εις μάχην. Καλώς. Ναι. Εισβολή. Βούλο. Εις μάχη. Καλώς. Μάλιστα. Εις μάχη. Βούλο. Καλώς. Έστω. Ναι. Έστω. Εις μάχη. Μάλιστα. Καλώς. Έστω.
We ended up pushing way further than I intended, but then hey, it worked out. Ah, we lost the hero. That's alright.
Esto.
Wow, there's a lot of Arcandros and these Colossus up here are just fighting on their own. Kairos and these Chimera are fighting the civilians.
Malista. Esto. Pulume. Malista. Pulume. Ismaken. Ne. Ispoli. Horo. Ismaken. Esto. Ispoli. Hadi. Kalos. Pulume.
He's got that perk where people appear when you defeat buildings. Like when civilians will appear to try to add to the military when the building is destroyed.
Horo. Esto. Pulume. Ismaken. Malista. Ne. Horo. Malista. Ispoli. Ne.
They keep trying to rebuild.
Kalos. Ispoli. Pulume. Ne. Kalos. Ismaken. Horo. Ispoli. Pandi. Pulume. Horo.
We're actually right here. Alright, we need to retreat
Esto,
now. We
Pandi.
did good. I got a little overzealous
Ne.
there.
Pandi.
Πρόσεχε.
Got a little overzealous there.
Τέκτον.
Okay. So that's what he means. So if I were to destroy this fortress, which we should go back and do, I can get Ajax up there too. We could just give them all for one portal to go through.
Léger.
That's what we're gonna do.
Prostagma. Ispoli. Esto. Pulume. Ne.
Alright. We did lose quite a few units though doing that.
Prosecche.
It's
Pandi.
a good fight though. Grab that first. They don't really have calves, so I'm just gonna get 6 of you. Six of you. 4 of you. Grab that. I should have grabbed that first, but oh well. Oh, hold on. Prep the main force. This force is just gonna meet up with them. Let me give you at least something to work with. Go. Oh yeah, let's give you some 2 meridians. Oh, we need houses again finally.
Έτοιμοι.
Alright, you guys, one of you is gonna start building houses. Oh, we're out of houses, so we're actually at max. Okay, so what we've got is what we got. Alright, let's do this.
Πρόσταγμα, έστω. Ναι. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
Actually, we should go up there. And I should just take the catapults to do this. Well, I say that. No, wait a minute. There's gonna be... I keep forgetting there's gonna be enemies spawn from it. So we have to take the whole unit.
Εισβολή.
Get Ajax over here. Alright.
Λέγε. Έστω. Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Ναι. Μάλιστα.
Back to
Βούλομαι.
there.
Έστω. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ναι. Εις μάχην. Πρόσταγμα. Έστω. Λέγε.
All right. Okay.
Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Now we can meet up in the middle. We can meet up here, and we'll go this way because what I'm gonna do here is y'all can come this way too, technically.
Ναι.
Y'all should know how to get there now.
Πρόσταγμα. Καλώς. Μάλιστα.
Alright.
Βούλομαι. Ναι. Μάλιστα.
Come meet up in the middle. And we
Πρόσεχε.
can make everything
Βούλομαι.
one army.
Ναι. Μάλιστα.
Right there,
Έστω.
so we don't grab a
Μάλιστα.
civilian. Why are you on wood?
Έτοιμοι. Έστω.
Get on
Μεταλλεύς.
gold. Y'all come way down here.
Μάλιστα. Ναι.
Ετοίμος.
There we go, 65.
Έστω.
Alright, let's go knock down this wall for our
Εισβολή.
civilians to go in there, and we're gonna try to replace it. Looks like they're trying to rebuild. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, that's fine. Or at least not heavily, they're trying to rebuild.
Καλώς. Βούλομαι. Έστω. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
You know what I should do? I should do a group of civilians on these too, so that way I
Ναι.
always can select
Μάλιστα.
them.
Βούλομαι. Έστω.
That's what I should do in this game.
Έτοιμοι. Τέκτον.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Βούλομαι. Εις μάχην. Καλώς. Έστω. Εισβολή.
Okay.
Ναι. Βούλομαι. Έστω. Μάλιστα.
Anything back here, y'all? Hot
No.
plates? Anybody? Anything?
Μάλιστα.
No, but there's
Βούλομαι.
gold here. Beautiful. And lots of free food. I think as long as
Έστω.
we put someone to harvest
Μάλιστα.
that, I'm pretty
Βούλομαι.
sure
Μάλιστα. Έστω.
it's
Ναι.
good. Okay, you go there. Hold on,
Πρόσταγμα.
guys. No.
Ναι.
Deliver your food. You're not trying to harvest right now.
Βούλομαι.
We want another town center there.
Τέκτον.
Take over what they had. And once that's built, we need to build a temple. Actually, let's take 3 of you off of that.
Ναι.
Or 4 of you. Cool. I need a temple because that'll heal our men.
Τέκτον.
Oh. Hey, Justin Vanderstapp. Good night. Good night. Take over the other town centers so you can grow population count. Yeah, I know how to. I've played this for a long time. I know how to do that. I technically didn't have to do this because I have an ability we could have cheated the game with, but I got a little overzealous in attacking the enemy and burning down their villages. See, they're doing it again.
Έτοιμοι. Μάλιστα.
Okay, y'all just sit there for a second because I want to see. Can you?
Γεωργός.
Ah, would you take control over
Πρόσταγμα.
it? So we want to go.
Γεωργός. 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 Γεωργός.
Nice. Okay, so now let's cheat. There's no we can end this battle right now. And then oh, I can't see it too well. Oh, did they let you not be able to do that? That is kind of cheaty, I guess. I think there's enough room there though. That's BS. So we can't do that. Never mind, then we did the right thing. We could send a scout and like cheat it that way. We could have sent a Pegasus over here to see in front of the gate, and we could have just popped in front of this door behind all their settlements. But we're already here.
Λέγε.
Might as well just go hit this now. Move to the next level. Oh, we got a civilian in this.
Βούλομαι. Γεωργός. Γεωργός.
Ετοίμος.
Make sure, yeah, I had a civilian in there.
Εις μάχη. Καλώς.
Raise the fortresses to the ground.
That's the intention. Remedians, get back here. Wait for us to take out the towers.
Εισβολή.
Now you may attack her.
Μάλιστα. Καλώς. Εισβολή. Καλώς. Βούλο. Έστω. Εισβολή. It's mashing.
Nothing stops the blob. Exactly, nothing. Alright, here we go.
They rush in red and purple from the red clouds of the morn, from the temples where the yellow gods shut up their eyes in scorn. I will warn you this once.
Enough babbling, coward. Come face me. Atlantis does not fear the likes of you.